All right, Khan, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the Torah, Shazi, Yasha Allah, giving the course, all honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, that's all praises, honor, glorification unto the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, and the name is only begotten Son, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, who word refers to as Jesus Christ, so-called Jesus Christ, and he is a savior in the nation of Israel. All right, Shalom, this is Brother Yasha Allah.
Brother Sirach.
Brother, you want it on?
Khan, come back to y'all yet another video through the spirit by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Shabbat Shalom to the 12 that's deserving it. Today, Friday, sundown, Saturday, sundown through the spirit. Another day of praying, another day of reading, another day of congregating with like-minded individuals that are in the truth, man. So all praise to the Most High. But yeah, so we'll get straight into it. So essentially, we'll be going into Isaiah 19. So we're going to start from the top. We're going to keep reading on down. Because Isaiah 19 has a lot of meat in it, right? Has a lot of meat in it, has a lot of prophecies that are going to happen and are near in the future, right? That are very, very near in the future that are going to happen in the near future. So as we're living during the time of prophecy, we should want to also read about the prophecies that are going to unfold, right? Our main concern shouldn't be just like you know uh things that don't matter, essentially. Just trying to study up on what color was Judith's hair, because it says that she was from this tribe. So I mean, you're kind of looking at, all right, well, it had to be like a brownish color because this and the third. Who cares about that? Because again, we have to be focusing on things that actually matter, right? So prophecies, we're living during the time of prophecy right now, right? How do we know that? Well, let's get a precept on that. Let's get a precept on that. So, um, let's see here, right? The people of the New Testament, right? And I should say, really, the apostles. The apostles said that we're living in the end times, right? The apostles clearly said that. So let's get real quick. Let's start with the book of Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 1, right? And there's also another precept in Hebrews that I also want to get on that, right? Going into the end time, right? Going into the end times.
Uh, this Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1 is Yahweh, who at sundry times in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, having these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
Right. So have in these last days. So during the time of the author of Hebrews, he clearly identified that in those days in which he lived, right, or in the days of Yahushua, was the last days. So if the time of Yahushua kind of kicked off the last days, how much more now? Right. So Yahushua spoke of prophecies, Matthew 24, Mark 13, right? Luke chapter 24. He spoke of the last days, the end times. The Most High has always spoken to the end times. He said, declaring the end from the beginning. So that's what the Most High does. He declares the end even from the beginning to let you know that, yeah, guess what? I'm the author of this thing. So I wrote up the script. So I know what's going to happen in the beginning, what's happening in the middle, and what's going to happen in the end. The Most High created the script of this whole movie. You know, so again, have in these last days spoken unto us by His Son. So these are the last days right now that we're living in. So we kind of want to redirect our focus to things that pertain unto the end, prophecies that pertain unto the end. And there's a lot of prophecies that pertain unto the end times, right? And Isaiah 19 touches on a lot of them. So that's why we're going to go through Isaiah 19, see how far we can get with our span of time, and break it down and show it through via the precepts. But come on, brothers got it. Brothers had a precept on that.
Kind of like the brother was saying. At the begin, the scriptures, prophecies, everything is already foretold and for already exposed in this thing. Well, the Most High know these things, right? Let me get Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10, right? This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. So everything that the Most High already has planned is gonna come into fruition, right? And He did those things via the prophets. He showed. Well, I should say, He shows these things through the prophets that in foretime they seen and then they reiterated, and spoke about that we was living in. So all these things that's coming to pass. That's why when brothers say, "Oh, that's just in the scriptures," these things are in the scriptures because the prophecies is going straight into what's going on in the world today. A lot of things that brothers see in the world, we could read about it through the precepts, right? So, Yashar was saying, the Most High already have things already in store and just ready for it to play out the way He's wants it to play out. But Khan, you got a king.
Hey, that's facts. That's facts. I want to get this in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, and verse number 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And, the precepts that brothers are bringing up, hey, these days are coming to pass where these days are very evil. And you got to understand, the more that we dive into prophecy, the more the Most High is going to reveal certain things to us. We don't want to focus on, like the brother said, on what color Judas' hair was, or trying to just read Deuteronomy chapter 28 all day. And there's more wisdom in this book that we need to be getting into, and there's more knowledge that the Most High has not revealed unto us. But that's what we should be praying for. That's what we should be fasting for as well. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this thing.
Con, con. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yep. So yeah, let's get into it then. Let's get into it. So let's go from the top, Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1, and kind of break it down through the spirit. What is it going into? All right. Isaiah. And that's another reason why a lot of these Christians don't really want you to read the Old Testament or the so-called Old Testament, right? It's because there's so many prophecies that still pertain unto this day and unto this time. Because if you were to read these prophecies, you would understand, oh wait, dang, this would happen, right? If this and third, and then because you would not be saying God bless America and being a Christian at the same time, right? If you really were to read the totality of the Bible, because this prophecy is against America. And we're going to show you that through the precepts. It's not going to say verbatim the USA, United States of America, founded in 1776. It's not going to say that. The Bible uses code words. Well, first of all, before we get this, let's read this precept, and then I want to get a precept on how the Bible uses code words. First of all, let's just establish that. So let's get Isaiah 19 and 1, right?
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the mist.
That's right. So it says the burden of Egypt. So again, this Egypt, the word Egypt can also be referred to as Babylon, or it could also be referred to as America on a spiritual level. How do we know that? Because when you go to Hosea chapter 12, verse 10, it
God,
says, what? Let's get that.
It's Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
So the Most High, he speaks to the prophets and he uses similitudes. What does the word similitude mean? It says the quality or state of being similar to something, a comparison between two things. And that's literally the definition of what a metaphor is. A metaphor is a comparison between two things, right? That's literally what it is. All right, let's look at the definition for a metaphor, for example, right? A figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not literally applicable. A thing regarded as representative or symbolic of something else, especially something abstract. So it's figure of speech, a figurative expression, a parable, analogy, comparison, symbol, right? And that's what a similitude is as well, right? Resemblance, a similarity, comparability. He's comparing two things with one another, right? That's what the Most High does. In fact, hey, look, foreshadowing. When you study the literary devices, when you study just literature, right? You there's something called literary devices. And what are these literary devices? Well, it's the things that you learn in elementary school, middle school, and stuff like that, in high school. Metaphor, what is a metaphor? What is a simile? Simile is like and as, right? Comparison, like and as. That's a simile. You know, all these things that we were taught in Esau's schooling system. Guess what? You can apply that to the Bible too, because the Bible is a book of literature. It's a book of literature. Literature is found in the Bible, right? And these literary devices are actually used in the Bible too. All right. So similitudes, again, metaphors, similes, um, what else?
Dark sayings.
Yeah, the dark sayings come, as you read in Psalms, right? The dark sayings. And really also, yeah, foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
When you read this, it's like, damn, that's a foreshadowing right there. So again, so the Most High uses these literary devices in the Bible, right? And people like to just throw away the Bible like it's not a beautiful piece of literature, right? And it has all these different literary devices in here. And not only that, but it's also the history, the historicity of it. And also, I mean, like I said, the Bible has everything. So, we don't have to get too deep into that. But the Bible does use metaphors. That's a fact. Bible does use metaphors,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, but God. And then and like the brother said, dark saying. So this is a dark saying right here. Okay, so not everybody is meant to get it. Not everybody is meant to understand it, right? That's why the Lord says, real quick, let's get Revelation chapter 2 and verse let's see, 29, right?
You said two and what, King?
Revelation 2 and 29.
Uh, it's Revelation 2 in verse 29, and it reads, He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches.
Right. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Meaning that what? If you have ears to hear, understand what I'm saying. So not everybody has ears to hear. This Bible is not meant for everyone to understand. So as we're breaking it down with the precepts and linking it up with, actual events that transpired or that are transpiring to this day, not everybody's meant to get it. So that's just a disclaimer right there. But nevertheless, when you go to Isaiah 19 and 1, it says the burden of Egypt, meaning the prophecy of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. So if this was an actual prophecy about ancient Egypt, now again, they split Egypt into different parts, right? So when you go to, hold on, let me just sign into the WFI remnant, right? When you look at, for example, Old Egypt, right? Middle Egypt. Yeah, Egypt, the old, middle, and new kingdom. So the history of ancient Egypt is divided into three main periods: the old kingdom, the middle kingdom, and the new kingdom, right? This is ancient Egypt, right? So again, what kingdom and time period of Egypt did this happen in? If this was actual ancient Egypt, which period, which kingdom, which dynasty did this happen to when the Most High came upon a swift cloud, whole chariot, and he came into Egypt, and all the idols of Egypt were moved at his presence? When did this actually happen? If this is the actual prophecy about actual ancient Egypt, it didn't happen. Nowhere in history, in the history of Egypt, and Egypt has a very long history, never happened. So again, this has to be talking about a different Egypt, not the one that's located next to Israel geographically. It's talking about a more so spiritual Egypt, right? And what place is known as the spiritual Egypt? It's only one place on earth that's mentioned as a spiritual Egypt in the Bible, right? Let's get that real quick. Revelation chapter 11. Revelation 11 and verse number 12. Right? Oh, it's lucky, not 12, 8.
So
Right?
Revelations chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
So their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt. So whose dead bodies on a physical level is lying in the streets of the great city? The great city is, when you read in the context of Revelation, is going into that great city Babylon, as it says in Revelation 18. So again, so that great city is talking about Babylon, or Babylon the Great, which we know to be America. But it says that Babylon the Great, or America, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Sodom because, again, all the sodomy that happens and is portrayed in America, men with men, women with women, pansexual, transsexual, uh, changing your race. You could transracial, trans agers. What else is there?
Mhm.
Whatever you identify with, or your pronouns too, right? So you could be called like they, his, they are, theirs, and so on and so forth, right? So sodomy, right? And Egypt. So Egypt, because why? In ancient Egypt, you had what? Children of Israel in slavery and in captivity and bondage. That's where you get the word Montezarium from, which means between a rock and a hard place, because that's what the Israelites were. That was their condition in ancient Egypt. But nevertheless, Babylon is the only this great city mentioned in Revelation is the only place that we see in the Bible that's mentioned as a spiritual Egypt. So as we're linking up the precepts and we're looking at it logically through the spirit, right? This cannot be talking about ancient Egypt. It has to be talking about a more so spiritual Egypt, which we know to be America. Brother got it.
Yeah, calm. Yeah, like the brother was saying, Egypt means a plethora of abundant things. Like even when we pull out Deuteronomy 28 and 68, you know,
Yep.
um, it also equate to bondage as well. So or the house of bondage. So that's how between the context if it's talking about what the actual landmass of or the what we know as Egypt today, or it could be figuratively spoken, talking about Egypt, right? I'm gonna get second Ezra chapter 15. I'm gonna start at 1, right? Going on with the birds, going on in 19. Isaiah 19, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So we know this is going to be a prophecy that the Most High is speaking or giving to his people, right? So I'm gonna jump down to what verse 10. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, right? So it's in the land of Egypt, the sea. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, right?
Mm,
So he's saying, I'm going to take these people out of Egypt and I'm going to smite them with plagues as before, right? And like we always say when we don't have these byways, when did the Israelites as a nation ever go back to Egypt as a nation? You know, you can't read about it. As a nation, a group of people. So he says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So we know this land of Egypt can't be the same Egypt or the same uh what she say, the same events that happened in the time of Moses. This is talking about a future prophecy because we already know it. The Lord said in verse 1, behold, I speak in the ears of my people, words of my people, the words of prophecy. So we got to go through the context of it. What is it talking about? It's talking about a prophetic event that's going to happen, right? Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it, right? So this is going to, like the brother's saying, Egypt always don't mean what the landmass that we know as Egypt with the pyramids and blah blah blah. But also it could be spiritually the same things that Egypt had going on with the Israelites. It's the same thing that the America has going on with the Israelites as well, meaning captivity, building up the infrastructure, uh, um, being slave servants, all these different things. It's the same type of spirit that Egypt has in the ancient world. It has in America today. Time you got a king.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Con, that's right, that's right. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
man. You know that Egypt and Sodom, it is resembling, America, Babylon the Great, because it's the only place where they practice that, and not only practice it, but promote it to the best of their ability. They want everybody to fall in line and drink that cup of Babylon. You know, they reach as far as from the old to the newborn, man. They want everybody to fall in line with that spirit. Sodomy, I was actually just looking it up. It means a natural sexual relations, you know. And then when you really look into that unnatural sexual relations, that's not only talking about, obviously, that is talking about men with men, but also with damn beasts. And who in this world do you know to be, man, dealing with a beast, man? Damn Edomites, right? Edomites be doing the worst kind of, anything, man. They're wicked. They're just that evil spirit that they got in them, And I want to get this in Revelation chapter 18 verse 2. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So it's nothing but hateful birds, unclean spirits. What it say? It said habitation of devils and hold in the hold of every foul spirit. And that's America right now. Because you, even when you go into it as well, you study some of these elites in this world, and it's uh it's disgusting, man. It's disgusting on what they had, on what they do, right, to stay to stay young. It's disgusting on what they do to get that power, right, and to keep going. But our people are so ignorant of what's really behind closed doors that they just they follow the blind. It's like the blind following the blind. You know, so where you think they're gonna end up? In a ditch. You know, so but Con brothers got it.
Gone, gone. That's right. That's right. Yep. I want to get another precept real quick. I could read it real quick. Just a quick one, just to kind of show how the Lord He uses the names of different kingdoms to talk about um talk about them on a more spiritual level, if that makes sense. So let me read this. I'm gonna kind of break it down. So when you go to Isaiah 23, when you start from the top, is really going into Tarshish or Salaki, it's going into Tyre. Okay, and this was an actual, you know, powerful kind of city state, of the ancient world because of where the location was, right off the coast, surrounded by water, so they were able to trade a lot. And was very hard to take down as well, because it was surrounded by water. But when you go to Isaiah 23 verse 15, it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that Tyre shall be forgotten 70 years, according to the days of one king. After the end of 70 years shall Tyre sing as a harlot. Take and harp, go about the cities, thou harlot, thou hast been forgotten, Salakia. Make sweet melody, sing many songs, that thou mayest be remembered." So what does that mean? This is really going into Tyre being revived through what? America. Because America is an accumulation of all these ancient kingdoms. America has a little bit of ancient Babylon incorporated in it, a little bit of ancient Greece, a little bit of ancient Persian Media Empire, a little bit of all these different empires of antiquity. America has all of that mixed up, and now you have America. Just take all these ancient kingdoms, put them in one pot, stir them up a little bit, maybe add some spices here and there, whatever. Turn the fire on, and you cook it, and out comes America. All right, tastes like freedom. That was like right, so-called freedom. you know, and it comes out red, white, and blue. That's the kind of pour it out. So you get the point. So America is just an accumulation of all these ancient kingdoms. So that's how this harlot is coming back. It revived, just like how your spirit come back on the earth. Yeah, these kingdoms they come back on the earth too. That's why we always say America's modern day Rome, because it literally is. People even know that too. They're like, yeah, I mean it is. So what? I'm a Roman. What do they say? Somebody literally said, remember? Somebody literally said, didn't Paul say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do? I was like, that's not Paul at all.
Mhm.
Paul did not say that. But so people say that, have that saying in America, right? And when in Rome, do as Romans do, right? And so again, and you go to the East Coast, you go to cities like DC, Baltimore, really just the East Coast, especially around that area. I mean, you see statues. I mean, I thought when I went to DC the two times I was there, I was like, yeah, this has to be modern day Rome. You look at the metro station of DC. Watch this, right? The metro station of DC. If they kind of show it, like the entrance, basically. I was like, yeah, this is definitely or no, not metro, the Union Station, right? So like Union Station. You look at this, right? Look at that. This is the kind of stuff you see in Rome. Look at, you see the white statues and what's this called? The columns, right? See,
Pillars.
Brothers, yeah.
yeah, the pillars, exactly, same thing. And it would be stuff in Latin as well sometimes. Why
Yeah.
is it Latin in America, right? Why is it Latin in America? Latin was the language of Rome, right? It was literally the language of Rome. So why is there Latin sometimes found in America on these government buildings and stuff like that? because it's modern day Rome, right? And not only that, they incorporate what you see the in DC, you see the what is it, the phallic, um, it's like that tower, right, of Egypt, Egyptian tower
Mhm.
called. Um, I forgot what it's called, but I think it's like the that long, tall building, right? It's like it looks like with a pointy top, basically, with the pointy top. But you have that in DC, and that comes from that comes from Egypt. So again, so you have back of the dollar bill, have the pyramid, right? So again, so America shows from time to time again how they are literally just uh the na- this nation is literally just a reviving of all these ancient empires. So Tyre is one of them. So as we go to Isaiah 23 in verse 16, it says, "Make sweet melodies, sing many songs that thou mayest be remembered." Singing many songs meaning what? Sing your philosophy.
Right.
Rap about your philosophy. Sing your philosophy and your doctrine. Seduce the nations. That's what the Most High is saying. Right? Go ahead, do that. Verse 17, and it shall come to pass at this end of 7 years that the Lord will visit Tyre, and she shall turn to her hire, and shall commit fornication with all the kingdoms of the world upon the face of the whole earth, of the earth. So the only nation that did that in the Bible that we can find is what? We go to Revelation 17. Let's get Revelation 17 real quick, right? So all you got to do is link it up. All right, let's see what other nation did that in the Bible. Revelation 17, verse 1.
This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters,
Mm.
with
So,
whom, oh, so I can,
Slide, I just want to make a quick point. So the whore sits upon many waters. You go to verse 15, those waters are what? Just go to verse 15 real quick.
kind of
What are
verse
those waters?
15. And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitting, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
So America sits on top of all these nations. That's what it's saying. The whore that sitteth upon many waters. And in verse 2, it says what?
In verse 2, and it says, With whom the kings of the earth had committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth had been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
The kings of the earth have committed fornication. The inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So what does that mean? All nations, they come here, they forget their identity, they do away with that, right? Leave that behind, and they kind of mix themselves together into the American way. So get the house, get the dog, get the cars, what I'm saying? Get your job and stuff like that, get your woman and your kids, and put up that American flag. Go to church on Sunday.
Kind
You know? What Sunday football?
of, yeah,
Oh,
kind of.
yeah, Sunday football. 4th of July.
Mm-hmm. Where
Hey,
the red, white, and blue fit.
right, red, white, and blue fit. Now you got Moabites in the red, white, and blue fit. Moabite, right? You have somebody told me, he said, "Yeah, I know a lot of Arabic people that celebrate Christmas. Yeah, because they're getting drunk with the wine of Babylon. Where in your Quran? Where in the Quran it says, and thou must, O Muhammad, celebrate Christmas. Thou should be truthful, O Muhammad." Right? It never says that, right? In the Quran. So you guys are adding some extra stuff to this. You know what I'm saying? So you guys would celebrate Ramadan, and then right after that, a couple months later, celebrate Christmas. Which one is it? Right? Right? That's crazy. you know? So but nevertheless, you got all these nations coming over here, and they don't even have to come over here too. In the Philippines, I heard that they celebrate Christmas for like months. Like they'll celebrate it for like months. They'll still be in the spirit after like a month, like in the spirit of Christmas, you know, and they'll still celebrate certain things and stuff like that based off of Christmas. In Japan, they low key do it a little bit, not the same way, but they kind of low key do it. They're kind of low key trying to do Halloween too. So they're just more and more being influenced by the West, right? When I say the West, I mean, America, namely, you know. Uh, so we see how this whole world and America always tries to push that, especially now, that you know pronouns and you know uh gay rights and stuff like that, you know, upon these other nations. Won't give you, America won't give you money if you don't accept it. America kind of push you to the side if you don't accept it.
Right.
So, we see it, man. We see it, right? But like brother got it.
Yeah, kind of. I think they killed what the dude from the African dude, if I'm not mistaken, about that, man. I think like maybe a year ago now. 'Cause he didn't. Well, they said. I think it was an assassination, but we know what happened, man. We understand what's going on because
Hmm.
they pushing it. They pushing it like the pushing man out here, man. Like
Hmm.
on the corner, man. Right? But this is Revelations 18, right? Showing that all these like the brother was going to all these nations is dibbling and dabbling all in the philosophies of what America got going on, right? This is Revelations 18:4, right? No, 3. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her." Right? So they all in the bed with this whore, man. They all literally in the bed with fornication with her. Meaning occasion is basically like dealing, going to that word fornication is dealing with just sleeping around, man. They sleeping around with all these nations, man. All these nations is sleeping around with all these different nations, right? That's why you can find hella people in hella different nations in different countries, man.
Hmm.
Right? You got the embassies all in, and you got the American U.S. embassies all in these different countries, right? You got naval bases all in these different countries, army bases, right? All to push to what the wine that that America got going on, right? To try to put what democracy, right? The home of democracy and the land of the free, and right? Let the people choose. We the people.
We the people.
We
Mhm.
the people, man. Next thing you know, they're gonna have you know, um, a Arab Thomas Jefferson, man. You know, right in the right in the Declaration of Independence, man. Talking about we the people, blah 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 blah. Right? Like, come on now, you know what I mean? And that's what
Yeah.
America is pushing, man. All the philosophies America won't has over here, they try to push it over there, right? I think that's why they even do like foreign exchange students, get them all dabble up, get these other countries, smart tech people, and then send them back over there, and now they all in relations, right? But I'm gonna continue reading. It said, "For all the nations had drunken the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth had committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies." That's plain. That's literally America 101, man. Because America, what do we produce? Name name one thing that says made in USA that we really have over here. Everything I see literally is made in China, made in Japan, made over in some other outsource. Never made in United States of America. You rarely would see that, man.
Hmm.
That's why all these merchants they get rich off the delicacies, man. Hey, they get in cahoots with her, like the brother was saying. Hey, I'm not gonna give you no money if you don't allow that thing to happen, man. So
Hmm.
everybody's getting comfortable being around this whore, comfortable, around this harlot, because this harlot let you do whatever you want. That's why the other nations will come to America and easily get open the business up before you. It's all a part of the routine, all part of the deal that they got going on. It's not a coincidence why they could come straight over here 2 weeks. They already had a loan before they even hop off the plane. They already got everything in order, man. They go into the building, they getting their citizenship, and they going into go to the bank, go get that loan. The next thing you know, a new bodega is up, a new gas station is running,
Yeah.
new AM/PM is right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all those things, you know, is why they get rich, right? But you got a king. Push.
Kind, kind. Yeah, and that's why when you go into the store sometimes, it could be anything, it could be furniture, it could be anything, and it will be sometimes a lot of time, or I say a lot of times, if that product is made in the USA, you will know it. You will literally know it because it will say big old letter made in USA, right?
Con,
You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell you because not a lot of the products are made here. First of all, they're made elsewhere because it's cheaper labor over there. So that's why America's like, all right, just do it over there instead of here. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, um, the Most High is going to shut that down. So like, you one of the thing had a point precept.
con. I had a couple precepts I wanted to bring out for that, but you can finish your point though.
Yeah, no, yeah, I just had a quick precept on that. There you got it.
No.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. I could read it real quick, and then I'll just pass it to one thing. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Right, it says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, right? That putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness." So that's what America likes to do. Likes to give their neighbor drink, put the bottle to him, and make him drunk also. So America's drunk, right? You have the, again, you got Americans drunk as hell, obviously, talking about pronouns and stuff like that. God bless America, greatest nation on earth. Whatever folly that they're spewing out their mouth. Because when you get drunk on a physical level, you know, your judgment is all thrown off. You start saying things. You start what, you know. It was the same thing on a spiritual level.
Right. You think you're the hawk.
Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah. You think it's off, and you think also haughty sometimes too, and it makes a lot of people proud and willing to do things that they're not when they're sober, not willing to do. You know, so they start to get like that confidence starts to come out of nowhere. You know, yeah, hey, this and third, quite, I'll beat you up, man. You know.
That liquid courage, man.
Yeah, kind of all of a sudden this courage. You're sober, you don't talk like that. But you drunk now you talking like that because you think you this and the third is going to throw your judgment off. So it's the same thing with America. America thinks that they're untouchable. Hey, this and the third, we got tanks, nukes. Hey, Trump 2024. Hey, whatever. Space Force, American Space Force.
Mm.
Got the Air Force, you got the Navy SEALs, Marines. We good. We got the big old giant ships, right? Whatever. It says, makest them drunk also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So that's what America does. Looks upon China, looks upon these other nations, India, nations of Africa, nations of South America, Central America, whatever the case may be, of Europe or whatever, looks on these other nations and makes them drink of the wine, and then so that they can kind of strip down, look at their nakedness. That's madness. Like, why would you do that? That's kind of like creepy, you know. Yeah,
Mm.
it's me. It's kind of creepy. So, but this is America being explained. So you got America being exposed in Habakkuk, America being exposed in Isaiah 23 as Tyree, and you got America being exposed in Isaiah 19. So it's always kind of spiritually talking about that one nation. Now, not all the time, just specifically that one nation, but this is a these precepts that we're bringing out is applicable to America, right? But Khan, you got it, King.
Hey, Khan is right because you can link. Well, what that scripture reminded me of was the two daughters of Lot, how they gave his dad drink. They literally damn near put the bottle to him, and they got him drunk, and then they looked on his nakedness. Through an evil spirit. That's the same. That's the same spirit America is moving in, trying to put this liquor stores literally on every corner of the hood. On everywhere where the minorities at, right? Wherever the Israelites at, there's gonna be a liquor store and a smoke shop there, right? Trying to get us drunk. That we damn have an evil eye towards each other, like the brother said. That courage is coming up out of nowhere. We got we got the how brother say the blicky, and just because you got it, you feel like you got that confidence. Now you got it. Now you want to use it. You don't want to just put it up. But I did have a preset to going back to what Sirach was saying about America, how all they do is just push this out. And I want to get this in Ephesians, it's like Galatians chapter 6 and verse 8. It says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." So if that's all you're doing is just feeding yourself off of this world, your future is nothing, really, because all you're doing is you're sowing to your flesh that corruption, you know, and then that's what you're gonna reap. So through the Spirit, the Most High has left these breadcrumbs so we can come back to the law, start keeping the commandments, and to remind us who we are through the Spirit. Even though America has been doing this for many years, Babylon the Great has been doing this for many years. We're starting to remember ourselves, right? Just like the prophet Jeremiah said. And then I got another precept to what you were saying, Yasharala, about how you were going into Isaiah 26 real quick about singing the songs, making sweet melody, right? And that's what they do. They go around singing these songs, speaking these smooth words. And the thing with Israel is that we are very, very stiff necked and heart hearted, you know, and we even some of our people they ignorantly or subconsciously say, speak to me lies, don't tell me the truth, right? And it's written. I want to get this in the book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. So he said the Israelites will literally walk up and cover their ears while we teaching the Bible, while we teaching the law, statutes, and commandments, and teaching them they're Israelites. They just kind of do that and walk away, right? It says, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So the Israelites, um, America has a big, part in deceiving us. But even our people want to be deceived. They don't want to hear the truth. So he said, prophesy deceit. So our people, they would rather live comfortably in this world because they're pleasing their flesh and not want to get away from this world and please their spirit, because they would rather please their flesh because what, it feels good, and not take accountability of what's to come, like life everlasting, the kingdom of heaven, seeing and sitting down drinking wine with Yahweh Shemel Shai. you know hey, these are these things that we look for in the kingdom, so you know but that's it on that.
Khan. That's right. That's right. Yeah, so I just want to finish that in Isaiah 20. What was that? Isaiah 23, real quick, and then we're gonna go back to Isaiah 19. But I just want to read this real quick in Isaiah 23. Verse 17, it says, "And it shall come to pass after the end of 70 years that the Lord will visit Tyre, and she shall turn to her hire, and shall commit fornication with all the kingdoms of the world upon the face of the earth." Now we know that to be Babylon the Great that does that. So if Babylon the Great does it, and this Tyre right here, the Most High said at the end of 70 years, meaning a complete amount of time, right? It's not a literal 70 years, right? Because seven is the number of completion. Right? Leviticus 4 and 6, Joshua 6 and 4, many other precepts, Matthew 18, 21 on down. So seven is number of completion. So when it says 70, it's not actually literal. It says, and she shall commit fornication with all the kingdoms of the world upon the face of the earth. What is the kingdom? Domicile of the king. So it's the same phraseology that we read in Revelation 17, Revelation 18. All right. Verse 18, it's like Isaiah 23:18. "And her merchandise and her hire shall be holiness to the Lord. And it shall not be treasured nor laid up, for her merchandise shall be for them that dwell before the Lord to eat sufficiently and for durable clothing." Meaning the riches of this world, Slovakia, the riches of America in specific, are going to be given to those that serve the Most High, right? But nevertheless, this and at the end or the latter verses of Isaiah 23 is talking about a spiritual Tyre. It's not the actual Tyre that we read about of antiquity. All right. So you just have to know when the context switches. And there's even a paragraph marker right here letting you know that this is a context change in this chapter, right? So even the person that put this here understood that, like, dang, this has to be something prophetic because it has this prophetic phraseology to it.
Um,
So yeah, so Tyre, again, America's modern day Tyre, right? Um, America's modern day Egypt, as we keep saying, like these different empires, right? But yeah, let's go back to Isaiah 19. So that was just an example of how the Most High can use different, um, just kind of exit that out, different kingdoms to represent, the one great kingdom, which is Babylon or America. But Khan, so let's read this one more time.
verse 1.
Yeah.
Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
So it says the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. What is that swift cloud that he's riding upon? That's talking about his chariot. It's not talking about an actual, let's just say a swift. Let's just look up swift cloud.
Right.
Right. Let's just look this up. Of course, they were just swift cloud. Yeah. So this the Lord pulling up on. So the Lord's just pulling up on this, basically. Right. He's just pulling up on this, basically. Now the clouds are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Right? You know? They're not man-made ones, but I'm talking about the real clouds that the Most High creates. It's beautiful,
Um,
along with the blue sky and the sun. You know what I'm saying? But is the Lord really riding upon this? He be on a swift cloud, so it's going fast and it's no. Let's see what the Bible says about that. Let's go to Isaiah. Not Isaiah. Let's go to Psalms. Right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 103 and verse number 4. Oh, it's like you. 104 verse 3. I keep kind of getting that wrong. Isaiah 104 verse 3.
Psalms 104 and verse 3 said, Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind?
He makes the clouds his chariot. So when it says clouds in the Bible, sometimes it's talking about actual clouds, but other times it's talking about the chariots of the Most High. Right. Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse number 1. Right. Second Ezra 13 and verse 1. It's going to say it again.
Second Ezra chapter 13 verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Yep. See that? So it says that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. When you go into the thousands of heaven right there, if any of you have a 1611, which everybody should have a 1611, but right. Right. Second Ezra 13. When you go to Second Ezra 13 and verse 3 in the 1611, the footnote for thousands. Now, I'll give this to you that in the 1611, the footnotes are not always correct, right? But when you go to Second Ezra 13, this is just something to note, right? Second Ezra 13 and verse 3, it says, And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. There's a footnote here next to the word thousands, and it says clouds, right? Let me try to put that on the screen. All right, it says clouds. I don't know if y'all can see that, but hold on. Let's try to.
Come on.
Brother, see that?
Put a little closer up.
Where?
There you go.
It says clouds, right? So again, like, brothers should get the 6 and 11. I don't know why brothers don't have one, but nevertheless, it's showing you that these thousands of heaven is not talking about, all right, thousands of, I'm saying, birds. The most I was talking about thousands of birds, flying, or just thousands of locusts. He's the locust man, just thousands of locusts, and then all of a sudden the Lord comes out of nowhere, right? No, so it says clouds, and we know clouds to be what? Chariots, right? But nevertheless, let's keep going in that. Right.
Come on, Second Ezra.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, come on. Second Ezra 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it.
So this is Isaiah 19 verse 1, kind of like amplified. Because when it says that he rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and all the idols of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, right? When you go back to that in Isaiah 9, hold on, it's the other one. Isaiah 19, it says, the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. So what is that talking about? The spirit of Egypt is going to fail. The heart of Egypt is going to fail. The spirit of Egypt. Because America has a certain spirit. Again, that untouchable spirit. Let's get Isaiah 47. Right? When they see Yahweh Shah, everybody's heart is going to melt. right? You thought you were expecting delicate, soft spoken, you know, kind of little effeminate on the low type guy to come. But when you see Yahweh Shah in his masculinity and in his holiness coming with the thousands of heaven, also other masculine spirits of angels with two-edged swords in their hands and lasers, with the chariots and the so-called UFOs, and the technology is so far superior than any technology that Esau can make, and they're just untouchable. I mean, everybody's heart is going to melt, right, when the Lord actually makes his coming. But let's go to Isaiah 47, because um, Babylon or America has a certain spirit, right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 7.
This is Isaiah 47:7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Right. So America says, I shall be a lady forever. Meaning, yeah, I'm I'm gonna be that, harlot. I'm gonna be that girl forever, basically. That popular girl, you know, hey, that pretty girl, hey, you know, hey, this, hey, brothers and sisters, know girls that's like that, man. Like in real life, cause in their prime, cause they young, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because of their looks, they're popular now, right? And they think that they all that and this and the third just because of how they look. Well, guess what? That's going to wear off. And what's going to happen when that wear off, right?
Mhm.
When you get older and then wrinkly and this and the third, you know, what's going to happen then? So this is the same thing for America. America is now getting being that old woman, old woman, and she's not the same anymore,
Mhm.
right? So it's like it says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Meaning that you didn't consider all the things that you're doing to my people and what is going to be the consequence of doing that, right? You didn't think about all the wickedness that you're committing and what's going to happen in the latter end of it, right? Same with these women of the world, that because you're 20, you're 19, whatever age you might be, and you looking good right now, okay, well, committing all this wickedness, guess what's going to be waiting for you in the latter end, right?
Con.
Same thing. So let's go to verse 8.
Verse 8. I got a preset what you was talking about, King, before you want to go
Okay,
there.
Kanye, you got it.
This Revelation. And, Revelation chapter 13 and verse 4. And it reads, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him? And,
Huh?
that's how they all, and that's, what the brother was going to. Like, who gonna make war with us, man? I'm gonna be that lady forever. Make America great again and forever. Right? That's how they say. Like, who's gonna make war with us, man? Who's gonna take down this beast that we know is America? Right? Don't America was that superpower nation, man. All these years, America was the superpower nation that nobody wanted to touch, man. Because we kind of went to war with everybody. Damn near won every war. I said they won damn near every war that they went into, right? And took everybody down. They took all the superpowers out and then put themselves into an empowered position, right? It says, um,
Uh,
21, it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 20 and 2 months. So the point was, they always want to be that lady forever, man. They think they're gonna be that superpower forever. They think they're gonna be that pretty little lady, you know, forever, man. And think
Yep.
the man is not gonna want that harder no more, man. The man want a righteous woman that don't got a lot of bodies, man. He want the low count woman with low body count, and that's what he gonna want, right? What kind you gotta get?
Like I got a point on that real quick. Um, that's a fact because if I'm not mistaken, and brothers correct me if I'm wrong. I just seen this news anchor. She was saying how, I guess France and I think it was Britain, they kind of like, I guess they were saying how America's Navy military was weakened, you know, because all of the attacks from Yemen in the Red Sea with all of the the cargo ships being attacked. So, it was at one point where America was like the top dog, but now the Most High, he's kind of weakening, uh, Babylon the Great through the Spirit. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Look at the military, man. Got all
yeah.
these bunch of you know sissies in the military, man. You don't see that over there, man. That's
Okay.
why the military is weak, the navy is weak. All these different things, man. Ain't no real men out there. Back in those times, the Vietnam War. Not saying they was real men, but the Vietnam War and the Korean War, and all these different wars they had back in those days. It's not the same, man.
Right.
It's not the same.
All this food they put out nowadays, uh, making the men, feeble and weak. And now a lot more men are more damn emotional than women. Damn estrogen all over the place.
For
You know.
real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. Hey, because a point on that too is that when you look at 1950s or even 40s, 50s, 60s America, stuff like that, you look at America now compared to then. America's then they're unrecognizable.
Um,
You know, because you look at pictures of, like, for example, the 50s. This is the 50s right here. So of America, I'm not sure what this is. Kind of looks like. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say. I'm not sure.
Let's see that look like Chicago.
mhm.
Chicago, could be Chicago, could be, kind. I mean, you see the mountains in the back, kind of looks like Cali a little bit,
Yeah,
because
like LA.
so like you said, what?
I just said look like LA.
Yeah, it kind of looks like L.A. You know,
Pacific
kinda,
National Life.
you know, yeah. But you see, look, you go to L.A. right now, homeless, right, everywhere. You got homeless everywhere. Damn, stinks. It's dirty, hella dirty. It's like kind of keep your hand sanitizer on you, you know, everywhere you go. Did they have to do that back then? No. You see how clean the streets are,
Yeah.
and the cars, everything's in order.
No potholes.
No potholes,
Hmm.
right? You look at what was the other picture I had pulled up too? What? Look at how clean the streets are. Can't even find that in any damn near any American city now, where the streets are this clean like that.
Right.
Everything's like clean, and no, it's in order basically. You know, there's no potholes everywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind of so answer like it. A point on the pictures. All these old, even the old era, everybody look like they going to do something professionally there
Right, right.
every day. Nowadays, that's not even though I wouldn't be like dressing like that, but I'm glad. But everybody got suits, ties on. Not saying but everybody look like they going to do something, or it's just the lifestyle was different. You know.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was way different. But you look at it now, it's America's on its way out. I would just say that, right? You could tell. You could tell definitely.
God.
Kind of like like I said, yeah, like we were saying, you got the prime years, and then you got you know, the years where you breaking down, you not the same, you don't look the same, right?
Hey,
It's,
latter end.
it's like you said, what?
I say, hey, the latter end.
The latter end,
Yeah,
right? The latter end. Let's go to verse 8 in that then. Isaiah 47, real quick.
verse 8. Therefore, hear now this: Thou art given to pleasures, thou dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else aside. So like it, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
So it says, "Hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly." That's America, man. You can't tell me that's not America, right? Ancient Babylon had that same spirit. The modern day Babylon has the same spirit,
Mm-hmm.
right? The modern day Egypt has the same spirit. You're given the pleasures. This is a hedonistic society right now of America. You got bars everywhere, gentlemen's club. Just on the freeway, you see a gentleman's club, man. What the heck is that?
Hmm.
No,
Right?
for real.
You know?
And
But
that's how you know, like you say, they on their way out. They ain't no care in the world. You
yeah,
know,
kind
like you know,
of.
when you ain't no care in their society. At first, you care. You know, the hope
Mm,
of the free, the brave, everybody standing up for the national anthem, proud, taking the hat off. Now ain't no care. Everybody sitting down at that when the national anthem. They don't give
Wow.
a damn. Talking about the president. Ain't
All
no
right.
care, man. Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah.
Exposing your own government, but you living in the United States. Who cares?
Right.
Like it's careless, man. You know, even on the government level, they poison the foods. You
yeah.
know, like Yolanda going to the foods is all jammed up now. They're careless, man. They don't give a damn no more. They like shit. We on our way out, man. So
Right. Right.
do what we can do, and
Mm-hmm.
put the gentlemen's clubs on the side of the freeway so they can see it.
Hey, hey, Con. Hey, and on top of that, oh, kind of slacky. Can you have something else on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say on top of that, they don't even care about the money no more, man.
Yeah.
Y'all people scamming. That's how you know it's bad, man. They don't even care about money no more. They like, yeah, I know they scamming. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Damn.
It's getting wicked, man.
Getting off, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Um, kind of, bro.
Hey,
Like you saying,
yeah.
kind you got a king.
I was gonna say, like Yasharala said, you driving up on the freeway and you kind of look to your left, and there's a gentleman's club right there. And this world is so careless that not, like I said earlier, they're targeting everybody right now. The children, the most obviously because they put this, subliminally in cartoons, in movies. I can't sit here, on my day off from work and literally and enjoy a movie with my children because it's always some damn folly on there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta kind of take it off and be like, all right, come on, we watching Superbook. You know, Superbook is like it's a Bible cartoon for children. So
Mm-hmm.
it's everywhere, man. It's vexation of spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Come
but it's got to man.
on. That's right, man. Yep. Give them the pleasures. Yep. Yep. Another example, you got social media, you know. Social media is like, sometimes you can't even, you know, get get a job unless you got social media. It's like, well, you can follow us on our Instagram. It's like Instagram. It's like, why? Or Twitter. You can follow us on. It's like, why do I have to have that? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, hey, you get the upper hand in your job. You got the social media. So again, like, it's giving the pleasures, right? The food. Hey, You driving, you see the signs, hey, food, this and next exit, food, food, right? Everywhere. You know, you know, not to mention all the other stuff. Hey, you got the Xbox, the PlayStations, you know,
Man,
gaming consoles, whatever you want, whatever games, right?
see?
Yeah, kind of. Because I think America is like top consumer in electronics. It has to be. It has to be. You know what I'm saying? Electronics everywhere in this country.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree with that.
Yeah, kind.
Agree. Because
Yeah.
electronics, you going in that, it makes it an easier life, for like electronics kind of make it easier life. Not to mention like you said, the systems, the game systems, and
Hmm.
all these different things that we do now with electronics, phones and computers and
Hmm.
webcam streamers and all these different things that people got going on. Yeah, yeah, cameras. Yeah, we the big. I think we look like we the biggest entertainment country. Like nobody tops us in entertainment.
Yep. See that?
We the number one entertainment. That's why most of the time they got to cross over here for anything entertainment. They got to cross over here to America to be really popular. If you don't cross over to America entertainment wise, then you will never be what you think you are. You may be who you are maybe in your country, but when you come to America, that's when you go up, go up. You know,
Yep.
That's real though.
Con. That's real. That's real. Yep. Says, yeah, con. Exactly. Yeah, dwelling carelessly. We
Uh,
We're going into that. Say it's in your heart, I am, and none else beside me. Hey, that's proud as hell. Only the Most High can say that, man.
uh,
Only the Most High can say that. Here is Babylon is saying that in their spirit, right? America's saying that in their spirit. I am and none else beside me, right? I am what I am. I am that
see that?
I am, right? All right. Hey, so that's madness, right? That's what America's saying, in their spirit. So it's showing you how, because, and we're bringing this out because when you go back to Isaiah 19, right? We only got the one verse, but we taking our time with it, taking our time. So it says, "And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." So because the spirit of Egypt is going to fail, and even when you skip down to verse, right, skip down to us, I think I skipped it though, right? Let's see here. All right. Did I skip it? Or is it in this chapter? Oh yeah, Con. Let's read verse 3 real quick. Let's skip down to verse 3. Right?
This is Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards.
Con. So it says the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. When they see all the destruction of the Most High is bringing down upon them, and the second coming of Yahweh, World War III being implemented, all this stuff where they saying they're all high and mighty, and the Most High brings them down and humbles them, their spirit is gonna fail. That American proud spirit is gonna fail, man. You know, we got guns, we got this and the third. Hey, America's the only nation where everybody, is just strapped, you know, strapped and like, hey, don't touch my guns and this and look, all this American proud spirit, the Most High is gonna put that down, man. You know, he's gonna put that spirit down. So that's why when we go back to the Isaiah 47, that's the spirit that they're coming with. I am and none else beside, meaning I am supreme. You know, I'm untouchable. I'm the what is it? The top dog. There's nobody on my level. That's what it's saying. Nobody on my level. Get on my level. That's the spirit of America. You know, get on my level, right? Because there's nobody on the level of the Lord. right? There's nobody on the level of the Most High. The Most High is the Almighty. That's why he's called the Almighty. That's why he's called the Most High, because there's nobody on his level, literally, right? But again, America takes that and trying to take that same spirit, right, and exalts themselves as the Most High, as Paul says in Second Thessalonians, the second chapter. You know, but
Kind of got a precept out.
Kanye, you got it.
Con,
Con,
can you one after you out?
this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yet also because he transgressed it by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarge his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. He gathered unto him all nations, and heaped unto him all people. Who's that? Who does that sound like, man? That literally sounds like America to a T, man. He is a proud man, and he's neither a keeper at home, because he worrying about he giving billions of dollars to these other nations of people while he got homeless over here. That's at a large rate in the Bay, in LA. Shit, I'm pretty sure damn near everywhere, man. You know, it says what he says. He who enlarged his desires as hell and is as death, and he cannot be satisfied. Right? He's never satisfied. He always want more, more, and more. And that's
Yep.
that's America, man. They always want more. They always want. It's all about money. More, 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 more money. They cut corners, for money. Like even I was watching this movie about the McDonald's, man. At first, McDonald's was clean cut and they did everything right, but then all money started coming involved, right? And they start cutting corners, right? That's how they always do, cut corners, right?
Hmm.
Because um, but gather unto him all nations, and he heaped unto him all people, and that's what they do. Everybody come, everybody, all the nations come, man. All these nations. That's why America is literally a melting pot. A lot of different cultures, a lot of different religions, and just a lot of different nations that you can find in America, right? And that's how America is. But Kyle, you got a king.
Con, I want to get this real quick in Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3. It said, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Hey, that's Esau right there, right? The top dog, get on my level spirit. And he's saying, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right? Verse 4 says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh. You know, hey, so we see that, hey, the Most High, and he bringing these people down right now, swiftly and expeditiously, so, but Converse got it.
Yeah, no, that's right though. That's right. So yeah, the Most High is humbling them, man. Right? Most High I mean, he's doing it. He's in the process of doing it, but America still has a proud spirit. So again, that time is coming when the Most High is going to humble them. And again, like even with all the things that's coming out in terms of America being exposed for their wickedness day by day, you got Epstein Island being exposed to the whole world. You got the things about TD Jakes, right? And P. Diddy, stuff like that being exposed, right? And you go to because they're part of America too. They're not Edomites, right? To our knowledge, they're not Edomites. They're Israelites. But the thing is, they're part of America's system, right? They work for the beast. They work on the behalf of Satan and the beast because that's
King.
what they push. They push that you know the way of Babylon spirit, right? When you go to Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 14, right? I'm gonna read this real quick, and then we're gonna go back to Isaiah. But it says, "And flocks shall lie down in the midst of her, all the beasts of the nations. So as the brother brought out, right? All the beasts of the nations. Both the cormorant and the bittern shall lodge in the upper lintels of it. Their voice shall sing in the windows. Desolation shall be in the thresholds, for he shall uncover the cedar work. And that's what the Most High is doing right now. He's uncovering the cedar work of America. What's the cedar work, or what's the uncovering of the cedar? What does that mean? Meaning what? Exposing all of the wickedness. He's uncovering it. Just like how it says in Isaiah 47, the Lord says, strip you, make you bare. You know, he's exposing Esau, right? He's exposing America. And that's also part of the reason why America's spirit is being failing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So cause kind of like kind of like that woman that, puts on that makeup and she puts on the fake hair, right? And the fake eyelashes and the
Mm-hmm.
fake nails, and she
God.
kind of got the thing that kind of stuck in the stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Corset. A waist trainer or something like that. Yeah, waist trainer or corset.
yep. The thing for the waist, the high heels to amplify her height, just all this stuff, right? All this stuff, man, right? Probably even more stuff too, but again, and that's America. And so what the Most High is doing is, yeah, take off that fake hair, take out that fake nails, yeah, take out this, take out that. We're actually exposing you for what you are, right? But that makes sense. Verse 15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me. So hold on now. It's the same phraseology in the book of Zephaniah. Zephaniah saying the same thing as Isaiah. But it's not like Isaiah and Zephaniah was like, hey, yo, what are you gonna put on this essay? Kind of like, hey, what you gonna put on this essay, man? It's like, hey, send me your essay. I'm not gonna do it word for word. I'm gonna just kind of, say in my own words, right? The Zephaniah read Isaiah, it was like, yeah, I should use that. Just kind of put it in there, you know. It's the same. No, because it's talking about the same nation, America, right? In the spirit. It says, how is she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in? Everyone that passeth by her shall hiss and wag his hand. All right. But even though that's talking about Assyria, again, America is the accumulation of all these ancient nations. So, but going back to that, Isaiah 19, verse number 2, we'll be at for time, though. We'll be at for time. Let's see. Okay. Already hour 28. Yeah. Okay. All praises. So, yeah, we'll just go to verse 2. We'll break that down and we'll start to wind down then after. So, go to verse 2. You got it.
Kind of Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
So, you have that on a lower level right now, right? You have Republicans versus Democrats, liberals versus conservatives, and these are real Edomites fighting against each other, in their own country. You have Edomites from California hating Edomites from Texas. Yeah, just fighting over whatever, for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Most High stirring up that spirit of division. And the Most High said, or through Yahweh Shah, every kingdom that's divided against itself shall what?
I understand.
Oh, man. God.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Matthew chapter 12 and verse number 25.
St. Matthew chapter 12 25, and it reads, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
Con, that's right. Let's go to verse 26.
John, verse 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Yeah, how is America going to stand if Satan is casting out Satan? You know, Esau against Esau. How is that kingdom going to stand?
Right.
That's the case.
Storming the
So
Capitol building.
it's like you said, what?
Says storming the Capitol building.
Yeah, exactly. Kind. You just
Right,
had
right.
that. Yeah. Storming the Capitol, right? Now, hey, for this 2024 so-called election coming up, Biden against Trump again, you're gonna have division again, man.
Con.
You're gonna have a lot of division, right?
It's gonna
You're
be
gonna have
hysterical.
it's like you said, what?
I said this is gonna be hysterical.
Yeah, con.
This shit show.
You know, who knows what these Edomites that are for Trump, what are they gonna do next, right? They might storm the White House. Nah, not the White House. But hey, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Right? They're gonna do everything in their power to try to get Trump in office, right? And these Democrats that's on Biden's side is going to do everything they can bring if that means bringing in foreigners, right, or so-called foreigners, and majority of those are our people too, nevertheless. But bringing in so-called foreigners or aliens, as Esau calls them,
Right.
by the multitude, and kind of they saying, okay, yeah, we're bringing in, just vote for Biden, vote for Biden. This is Biden doing this, and kind of giving them that false sense of hope that if you know what I'm saying, we bring you in to America, it's gonna be good. You're gonna flee from your country. Hey, this and the third, just vote for Biden, right? Because this is Biden doing this for you. This is Biden loves you, right? That's madness, right? That dude doesn't even probably can't even spell love without stuttering, you know.
Right.
Are going to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. Hey, or walking away from the damn microphone.
Yeah, come on. Yep. Trying to walk off. He's like, all right, where am I? He said, where am I going? He said, where am I at? Where am I at?
Right, right.
And come on, bro. So that's your president. That's your leader.
Right.
That's your king. You know.
Yes.
So, but nevertheless, yeah. So it's gonna be division. All right, brothers got it.
God. God, I don't got nothing out.
Con.
Oh,
Likewise.
okay, come on, all praises. So yeah, let's go to Second Ezra chapter 6. I think I just want to get this real quick. Second Ezra 6 and verse number 24.
The second Ezra 6 chapter is second Ezra 6 and 24, and it reads, at that time shall friends fight one against another, like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Right. So all friends shall fight one against another like enemies. So it's going to be scary in those days, man. In the days of all hell breaking loose. Yeah, you thought that was your buddy across the street, right? You thought that was your buddy, right? As they say in the South, buddy. You thought that was your buddy. It's not your buddy, man. Because as soon as his food runs out, he's going to run to you, try to get your food, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's going to be hectic. It's going to be very, very hectic in these days coming up, you know. So but the Most High really, you already told us what was going to happen. All right, on this right now. So us, like you said, you had a precept.
Con.
Yeah, Con, you got it.
This is Saint Mark chapter 3 and verse 20. Oh God, same account. 3 and 24. And if kingdom be divided against itself, I want to get this one. It's 25, right? It said, and if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. You know, so it's gonna be at times where a family member is gonna go against family members gonna and you say, hey, F him, he in the truth, and give you up, and give you up and like, hey, that brother, hey, my cousin, Whoopty Woo, Dasha Allah, he in the truth. He believe this and this and that. They gonna turn against you, man. And it's gonna be nothing you can do about it, right? It's gonna be nothing, man. It's gonna be very heartless in that time, right? Like the brother's going to heartless and cold, right? Kind of.
Yep.
Con, I got a precept on that. Con, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 10. I'm gonna start at verse 34. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." And it's the point right here. "And a man's foes shall be they of his own household."
Mhm.
Hey, so the Lord ain't coming to send everybody unite how contrary to popular belief. It's not how better say not damn kumbaya, man.
Right.
Yep.
It's gonna be man division. It's gonna be folly going around because the Lord gonna put that spirit on everybody to start separating. You know, hey, but the Israelites are gonna be gathering together through the spirit.
Con,
Yeah, but that's it on that.
Con. That's right. That's right, man. Yeah. So, it's like let's go back to Isaiah real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah. 19 and 2. We just read that one more time. We'll kind of wind down.
God, this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. I will set the Egyptians against Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
City against city and kingdom against kingdom. That's that division that the Most High is causing in America in the last days. You know, really in the whole kingdom, all the kingdoms of Esau. Because you have different kingdoms of Esau. You have, again, in Europe, you have France, you have Britain, etc., etc. You have different kingdoms of Esau. Even they will be divided against each other, right? They will be divided against America, right? So, and even within America, race wars, race riots, whatever the case may be, the Most High kind of stir up in the last days. You know, whatever they're fighting against or fighting for, the Most High, it's all in the hands of the Most High. So the Most High is already prophesying what's going to happen before it happens, man. Telling us, all right, look, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This and that. So we have to pay attention to these signs, man. You driving, you see the sign that says slow, you go slow. You don't just speed up, right? It says slow. They're doing construction over there. Just start speeding up. Right? The stop sign, you see the stop sign coming up, you just start speeding up. That's
Right,
foolish,
right.
right? So, right? No, you say, hey, look, you like, all right, that's a sign. So the Lord says in 2 Corinthians 5, he says, nevertheless, concerning the tokens, which are what? The tokens meaning the signs. So we have to pay attention to these signs, these prophecies, because it's showing us what's going to happen next. All right. So all praises. All
Oh,
right. But, yeah, brother, anything else on that though?
yeah.
All right, Khan. So with that, all praise the Albashi now Bashad. This time we're going to bring out closing precepts of the spirit. All right. Brothers got their closing precepts.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse number 4. It says, "For thus said the Lord unto the house of Israel, seek ye me, and ye shall live." So, speaking to the whole nation of Yasharallah, right? We got to seek the Lord and we're going to live, right? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, praying always, fasting always, right? Purging out that old you, right? Renewing your mind, feeding that spirit, and always increasing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And with that, call me Australia.
Uh, uh, this is
Con,
First Timothy 1 in verse 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophet, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of thy presbytery. So hey, that's what we gotta do, man. Why a till he come give attendance to reading, exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift of prophecies, man. And these things are here for us to really, be prepared for what to come. Because but when it's here, and these things is gonna help us to be prepared enough, I should say, because nobody's never gonna be prepared about what's gonna actually happen, but prepare for what might, help us prepare what might to come for us, just a tad bit, man. It says what 15, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, and holier to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Right? Take heed unto yourself and unto doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. So that's what we're doing. Save us and save them that hear thee. That's on the live tonight. So it goes a full circle. That tends to reading, exhortation, and the prophecies that we was going to. We got, and also just so we could be saved through these things. Because
con. All praises. Yep, a lot going on in the earth. I got this. Uh, Zechariah chapter 6 and verse number 12. It says, "And speak unto him, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, Behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of the Lord. Even he shall build the temple of the Lord, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne." So Yahweh Shai, he's the branch, all right? He's the branch, he's the vine, as he says in John chapter 15, right?
Come,
He's that main branch of that tree, man, that we grow out from. It says, and he's building the temple right now on a spiritual level. He's building up the temple right now. Who's the temple? We're the temple. Because the spirit of the Most High dwells in Israel. John's 2 and verse 27. And 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 16. All right. It says what? He shall bear the glory and shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the council of peace shall be between them both. Right? And the crown shall be to Himlam, and to Tobijah, and to Jedediah, and to Hen the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of the Lord. And they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of the Lord, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass if you will diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God. All right. So that's what we're trying to do out here through the Spirit. Obey the voice of the Most High, and it is his Sabbath day today. So all praise to the Most High for another Shabbat. Right. So
um,
what is all that's tuning in Spirit? This brother Yasha Allah.
First Iraq.
brother, you want it to?
Come back y'all yet another live to the Spirit. All praise to Yahweh Hashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. And that's the Spirit. And we ended it off with 144, man. All praises.
All praise to the Most High.
144. Shalom to everyone that commented on the
Shalom.
King George.
Shalom.
Shalom, babe. Hey, shalom, brother Eric. Right.
Eric, Shalom, King.
Post precepts in the chat, man. All praises, God.
Come.
So yeah, and everyone that has been tuning in or will tune in, most are willing. All praises. Shalom. Kwame Ashala.
Kwame Australia.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.